YouTube and welcome back to another one of my videos. So today, as you guys know, because I was frantically tweeting about it, I was talking about it in my little vlogs, I was going nuts about it, I went to see my all-time favourite YouTubers, Rose and Rosie, in Dublin this weekend. I have just arrived home today because I stayed over in Dublin, which means I missed 2 days of school, but we will not talk about that. Before this vlog begins, I was going to basically speak briefly to you what I done with this vlog. I was going to just do a normal vlog of, you know, this typical style. But then I was watching my footage back in the car. I looked at it and I deleted it because that was not how I want the vlog. I want the vlog in a new way, a creative way. And I seen a style that I liked the other day, and it was on Shane Dawson's channel, where basically he talked about what happened in sequence and then showed clips of the short clips of the things happening. And I felt like it was a more personal way of doing a vlog. So this is why I'm in my bedroom and not my studio. I just want this to be personal, I just want this to be cool, I just want this to be a nice new vlog. But what I actually have done is I have put just a whole room. I just decided once I got to the my apartment, I just decided just to write everything that I remembered from the tour and put it in sequence. So where do I start with this merry little vlog? Okay, so the first things first is, if you guys know me, I live in the middle of nowhere. Basically, to get to where Rose and Rosie were, it was a city. And for me, going to the city is like a luxury. Like, I don't go there very, very often. I've only been to this certain city 5 times. Dublin. I love Dublin. Dublin's the best. I love it so much. I really want to live there. So I had to travel 3.5 hours just to go see them. We travelled by a mixture of car and train, so we parked our car up at a station in the middle of Ballybriggin, wherever the hell that is. I have no idea. The sat-nav took us. Got on the train, went to Dublin on the train, and then we just taxied about everywhere and we seen our apartment. Our apartment was awesome. Here's a little snapshot of what our apartment looks like. So artsy, it's going on my Instagram some of these days. Now we're just going to skip to the theatre because everything else happened that day was pretty boring, like eating food and hearing about Dublin. Like, you guys don't want to hear about that. You guys want to hear about Rose and Rosie. This is what you clicked on this video for. When I first entered the theatre, I had no idea where I was sitting, and basically, like, when you enter the theatre, there was like people at the door, and the guy was like, "Do you know where you are?" I'm like, "No." And he explained to me, like, take this, like, rock this way, that way, and I was like, slow down, I don't do well with directions. I'm dyspraxic, it's not gonna work. So he then shows me, goes, "You see this table here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He says, "Over there on the same side, there's the same table, that's your seat." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." He explained it perfectly. I got to my seat, and I was just like, there was a girl sitting there. I'm like, "Oh, maybe that's not my seat, oh my god." And I was just like, "Is this table 13? And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's table 13. And I sat down, and this is where my new lease of confidence came in. Usually in that situation, I just be like, "Okay, thanks," and I just start sitting there. What I done that night was something I've never done before in my life. That was talk to a stranger. Luckily enough, the people that were sitting at my table were the nicest people I've ever met, like, on my own. But they were so nice and welcoming. Like, I didn't feel out of place. I felt like I was welcome. There's just a lovely atmosphere in the room. Like, it was great. The girl that was originally sitting there, she got, I'll tell you about her in a minute, because her main feature comes in very near the second part, actually in the second part of the show. So basically, if you don't know about the post box thing, it's basically like, I'll show you photos. Okay, so here's the post box. It's really cute, isn't it? I love the post box. And then on the and then you have like 3 different colours, and each colour on everything. Pink was to get on the stage, green was a confession, and yellow was to give a message to somebody. So there's 3 different ones, and you put them into the post box. So some of them, because it was so random, some of them was picked, and if yours was picked, you done the thing, or you got your confession said, or whatever, you got the thing in the card you get. So after I wrote some things in the post box and stuff, I sat down, I got some merch, I got this beautiful poster, and I also got this adorable little Rose and Rosie pin. I didn't see these online, so I think they're like exclusive to the tour, but I'm putting it on my school blazer, and if my nunnery of the school doesn't like it, they can shove it up their ass. The tour started off basically with this video.
Hello? Hey, where are you?
I'm on set. I'm literally on set.
I'm in costume. Do we have to do it today? Are you naked?
Okay, I'm literally here, that's not in your bra.
Last night, Nikki gave me a multiple. If you know anything about maths, that's more than 1. We're supposed to film one. Can't you just film one yourself?
Honestly, I'm getting really sick to death that I'm the only one committed to the show.
Rosie, I don't want to be here all day. I've got hetero night.
It's Friday. Friday's hetero night. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Saturday and Sunday. What's your point? Dave's with all of the kids.
Like, can't you just chuck them in daycare?
Look, I can't get babysitters just like that. Don't worry.
The parents on tour.
Rosie, I'm not here. 7:30, okay? I'm watching The Notebook with Dave tonight.
I love The Notebook.
Is that free? No, I can literally hear you eating cheese.
I'm making time.
Get here as quick as you can. I am done with it.
Ugh, she is so annoying. I don't know why my monologue is French, but it's time to bell. Alexis Giselle. She made a film about her sexual attraction to coins. She also thinks her middle initial makes her more famous, but the truth is, no one knows what it stands for. Shannon Beverly. Girls want her. Boys want to be her. Sneaky sorority type. She's not even a real model. Ali is. I made that bitch famous. Amy or tiny kiwi. Don't know where she's from? Don't care. Rosie Sporton. Breath smells like men. And cheese.
And I always video the intro of tours. It's just what I do. I always video the intro of it because, like, you're never going to be able to see it again. So I always video, like, the introduction video. Like, I have one for the Saturdays, I have one for Girls Aloud, I have one for Ed Sheeran. This guy, as I was videoing it, like, the intro video was hilarious. Rosie was eating ham, and she's vegan. It was weird, but every time she edits a ham, I giggled. I'm not even gonna lie. This guy comes over to me, grabs my arm, and goes, "Are you gonna record the whole fucking show?" I was like, and he was like, "You can't record with that camera." And I was here. It says you can't record flat length of time. Like, you know, do like little bits. And I was like, "Oh, okay then." So I nearly got my camera taken off me. He threatened to kick me out, and the show had only started 5 minutes. 5 minutes into the show, I was already causing a ruckus. When Rose and Rosie came out into the stage, they were literally just pointing into the obvious, going, "Smash, smash, smash." Well, then afterwards, they talked for a little bit on stage. They done the same thing then. It was basically like a digital wheel on the projector thing, and it landed on Truth or Dare. It was so shocking. I can't believe it landed on Truth or Dare. Like, it was scripted, but I don't know if it was scripted. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. And then they called this girl up, and they're asking her, "Oh, what's your name and stuff?" And she goes, "Oh, my name's Neve." And Rosie's just like, "Oh, I can spell Neve," and she spelled it correctly. One of the dares was to write on Rose's face. They done like a Titanic and an iceberg, and they wrote something on the head, but I can't remember what it was. But it was this here guy that came up, and he was so cool. Like, he was rocking it. He was epic. Someone was also there to roast Rose, and it was this here girl that came up. She was wearing this class denim jacket and a hat, and she just laughed the whole time. She didn't roast at all. They were also there to serenade somebody in the audience, and they brought up this here girl, and she knew Rose's second cousin, and they had a conversation about their cousin on stage. So I have a little clip of that, which I'll play now.
And you know much more about her than me and Rose. Probably because you're a Libra. One of my favourite signs is, you know, that Libra goes so well with Gemini.
Another one of the dares was they were able to tweet something from Rosie's phone. Then I don't know if I did this in the right sequence, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. I'm just doing what I remember and what sequence and stuff like that. So they done this here 60-second selfie challenge, which is basically where they run into the audience and they have to try and take as many selfies with the fans as possible. And Rose was doing hers, so Rose done hers, but she was the other side of the ground floor, so she didn't get over to our side, which meant that I didn't get a selfie with Rose. However, I did get a selfie with Rosie, so she came down our side and she was going to go straight down, and I just shouted to her, "Rosie!" I just shouted it, and she looked over and she came over to me. We got a selfie and she just ran, and I was just like, "Ah." So here's my selfies. I got 2 really good ones with Rosie. I did get more, but it was mostly just her back. I have one of me smiling, like, "Oh my god, I got the selfie," and then like her back. But, like, she brushed it. I felt it like brush against me as well, so I have that on my TV. And she said, like, I was doing a selfie, she went, "Nice camera," and then walked and then ran on and brushed against me. I was like, she said my camera was nice. I love this camera now. I love this camera a lot. They then tried to like match make a couple on stage, and it was so funny because the girl, they called the two people up on stage about who's single. My hand was up like a rocket. I'm not even gonna lie, my hand was up there and they didn't see it because I wasn't called on stage and I'm still single. It's funny because the girls, they came up on stage, they're like, oh, we've been talking like before the show and stuff, and we're like, oh, that's nice. Like I actually thought when they said that, I was like, oh, they're gonna hit it off then. No, we were wrong. Because one of them is 15 and one of them is 19, and the 19-year-old didn't seem very interested in Disney films, which shocked the whole auditorium. I say auditorium, it's a small theatre. Vicar Street is quite tiny. It shocked Vicar Street. But while they were like sitting on the sofa, like Rosie was asking them questions, Rose, I was killing myself laughing at Rose. She was playing ambient music on a toddler's recorder because they had this here bag of stuff. They give it to them, and it was like a bag of stuff, a conversation starter. So it was a toddler's recorder and a dice sharpener, I think it was, which I think is a cool thing. I ordered that on Amazon. I might actually order that on Amazon. So she started playing ambient music on the toddler's recorder, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm so glad I have it on record. So here is a clip.
Just say yes.
Yes. Rose has said yes.
So, I know you're not old enough, but have you ever gambled?
One time me and my brother, who's like down there, we...
See, the thing is, Rose was like on the side I was, because I was sitting like, I was like second row to the side. I wish I had got second row dead center because that would have been cool, but I got second row that side. But it was still like, I could see everything. I was so close. Like, for me, like that's the closest I've ever been to an act, so go me. To spice up the show, they had like little intervals of clips of like the real Rose and Rosie. Like, you know, they're not actually a couple. Like, we all know that they're not actually a couple, and it's just for money and views, and you know that. Yeah, that whole spiel. So they were doing that in between. It would be like, the first time that happened, I thought, oh my god, there's actually a technical difficulty here, because like they make the lights all go, and like it does like the phone interference noise, and I was just like, and everyone's like, oh, somebody's phone's on. I heard somebody going, oh, somebody's phone's on. I was like, oh my god. And then they went off the stage. I was like, oh my god, what's happened, Rose and Rosie? Are we all gonna die? But no. Then it played that their clip, and we were like, oh, we know what's happening here. But we found out why Super Kiss 4 didn't happen through that information, and it's very valuable information for us fans, as you guys know.
Okay, just like, let's do the intro. Do the intro. Sound. Hi guys, and welcome to the internet. This week Rosie and I decided to treat you to a little bit of Super Kiss Part 4, which is our most requested video. So, let's just dive straight in. Okay.
Then when they came back on stage, they role-played fan fiction, which was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Apparently at the Cardiff show, because Rose said this, that the person that actually wrote this fan fiction was at that show. The roleplay was so funny. They done the real fan fiction, and then Laura Dix, as you know, is Rose's sister. She is something to do with Oxford. I didn't really remember it, but I know she's something to do with Oxford and English literature Oxford person. I don't know. Maybe I should Google it. Maybe I should check it out. I don't know. And she done her top tips for writing a fanfiction. It was quite funny. And they were doing, it was kind of, I recognized the first line because I've read the book. I think it was Pride and Prejudice. I think it was, I had to do it for English literature. So they're doing this here kind of like Pride and Prejudice style, kind of like fanfiction that Laura had wrote. It was epic. And I got this little clip of Rose doing my all-time favorite thing on their channel, which is Maltese. I got that clip, so this is a clip, a little bit of Maltese and a little bit of fanfiction.
Boldly she approached Miss Rosie until there was barely a hair's breadth between them. Then she drew out an exasperated sigh.
Your aura needs cleansing and your chakras are unbalanced. But I have a new time. I've just had a call from NASA, and I'm required in space on the outer regions of the orbit.
Who are you and what have you done with Miss Rose? Cried Miss Rosie. But before Maltese was able to reply, a brilliant white light enveloped the city air, and the earth below her shook like a teapot on the boil. The new incarnation.
So after the fanfiction thing, there was an interlude. I think it was after the fanfiction there was an interlude. I can't really remember when that interlude was, because they like announced it. They're like, okay, we're going to take a break now. And I was like, what? There's a break? I didn't know there was a break, but they invited us all to like write in the post-its, but I did that like before the show. But I went up and wrote some more during the interlude and I done that kind of stuff. So when they came back on stage, this is part 2 of the show. They basically, it was like the unscripted part. So like the first half was like scripted. They knew kind of a little bit what was going to happen. The thing is about the tour is that I know every single tour date would be different because there's not going to be the same people. They're not going to make the same jokes. There's only going to be certain similarities. Like the same things aren't going to be drew on Rose's face. That kind of stuff. So you could say part 1 is kind of unscripted in a way, but like they know what roughly what's going to happen. But part 2, they have no idea. So they started the unscripted part with the Q&A, which was brilliant. Oh my god, the Q&A was like the best thing. I didn't get to ask a question sadly, but I was close because Dave, the guy that they had to ask, go around with the microphones and ask the question, like to pick people to ask questions, he stood right behind me. But the girl that was sitting beside me, she was just like, oh, ask him, because I kept putting my hand up for a question. She went, ask him. So I said, please, can I turned around to her and I was like, oh, please, I've travelled a long way, like, I really want to ask him a question. Can you ask him a question? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, please. And I turned around to listen to what they were saying because like they were giving some solid advice and some of the questions. Actually, all of the questions were really good. And it was the last question. He didn't give it to me, but hey, you don't ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. And I did for like a split second. I was sad, but then I was like, no, you're sitting on a Rose and Rosie show. Come on. I mean, there's worse things that could have happened. And I says like, the post box still hasn't been opened yet. You might get a chance there, you know. So I brightened up a bit and I just went, hey, her question was good. My question was actually going to be, I was going to ask Rose for an arm wrestle, but didn't happen. In the Q&A, they were asked if they could call someone's mum, which I thankfully got a little bit of a clip off. I didn't want to like record the whole thing because it's kind of personal to the girl that was sitting there. So I don't want to record the whole thing because that's a bit weird. But I recorded this little snippet about her mum being extra sweet to Rose and Rosie.
You are brilliant. You are fantastic. The Selfies are such great role models.
They also give advice on like starting a YouTube channel and stuff, and they actually give like some really solid advice which I'm taking on board. Someone just asked, they put up their hand, they're like, okay, it's not really a question, but can I come up for a hug? And I was like, that's sweet. Somebody even asked if they could if Rose and Rosie could add to their vlog. They said I'm vlogging the show, I'm like a small YouTuber, would you mind like doing a little bit of vlog on stage for me? And I thought that was really cool of them. They actually done it. If I find the vlog, I will put it in the description, and I'm going to subscribe to the channel myself because I mean, if they like Rose and Rosie, they're obviously an awesome person, so why not? Somebody else asked Rosie, how do they cope with like people saying that bisexuality isn't real and stuff like that? Which I think was a really cool question to ask, and everybody in the audience was like, boo to people that do that because that sucks, because it's real and valid, and I know that there's people that like tarnish, give them a bad name, give bisexual people a bad name. They really did give solid advice. They really talked to the audience, and you know what? They were just everything I expected them to be and more. They were just quick with it. They were intelligent. They were advice givers. They were just, I felt their atmosphere that I get from their videos, and I felt like actually when I was in the show, I felt like I was actually in one of their videos. Like I was starring in a Rose and Rosie YouTube video, and like we were all in this together. Like it was like a super cool experience. Then now the best thing happened during the Q&A. Even Rosie was vlogging it. Somebody basically put their hand and went like, oh, can I ask like a personal question? They're like, can I come up on stage and ask a personal question? They're like, yeah, sure. So like they brought up to the stage, and she's like, right, I'm moving to Spain. We're like, okay. And everybody's just like, okay, Spain. And she's like, oh yeah, and I want to propose to my girlfriend. And we're like, oh, okay. The funny thing is, it was the most awkward proposal of all time. I felt secondhand embarrassment. Even my voice changed. That was secondhand embarrassment. It was just the most awkward phone call ever. I don't think Rose, she was sitting at the end, I don't think she knew what to do or say. And just roll a clip of this awkward proposal. I laughed, and I had to vlog it. When the minute Rosie says I have to vlog this, I had to vlog it too.
Will you marry me?
You're serious?
Yes.
She's serious, Natalie.
Serious.
Okay, let's talk home.
That's a yes! That is a yes! Congratulations, guys! This is amazing! Oh, I wish we had a gift back for you.
Natalie, just so you know we approve.
And last one was this girl asked if they'd ever made a sex tape. And then there was sadly another technical difficulty, so they didn't get a chance to answer it. But so then after that, there was a final clip of the real hetero Rose and Rosie, which was basically a pregnancy scare. It was absolutely hilarious. I didn't video this one. I don't think. No, I didn't video it. Because I was just really enjoying the clip, and it came on so quick, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch this. It was really good. And when they came on stage, then the post box was out on stage. Before the post office, they got little posters and stuff in the post box. I got the best video of just unedited, just uncut Rose and Rosie. Rosie edited her scap. I think it was scap. Couldn't really hear them, but I think it was. And this is the clip that I got. And it is just complete, just off the cut Rose and Rosie banter, and it's exactly what I want to see from them, and it's exactly what I've seen throughout the entire show. But this is the clip. It's one of my favourite clips. I think it's the most favourite clip that I got from the tour. So, voila.
Me?
No, I didn't! You said, what did you say to me? You said, yeah, it's, go on, say it. Go on, I don't want to say it. She said something like, what? My body's created it, therefore I need to replenish my body with something that came out of it.
So during the post box, a lot of things happened. So somebody asked someone out, and they said yes, which is sweet. So there was a match made in Dublin. Someone asked Rosie to do her Goose impressions, which she hadn't done in a while. And I got a clip of that. So here is a clip of the Goose impression.
And I was like, good cookies. And then she just went for it. So Rosie, really give me your best goose.
Haven't done it in a while, Carlos. It's like something like.
That is not what it was.
Oh, are you thinking of?
No, that's like roadkill.
There was also a coming out story that got a standing ovation. I stood up, I was just like, I'm up there, I'm clapping. And I was. It was great. It was really funny. Also, now this is where the girl, remember I told you earlier, there was a girl that was sitting at my table that was the very first girl that I met, like I was talking to at the tour. She got up on stage and she got to kiss Rosie. And it was awesome. Because I was saying, because she had put some, I was like, honestly, fingers crossed for you, I really hope you get it. And I was really hoping that she got it, and she did. And our table was just like, yes. See, they were friends, and I was just like, the little like person that didn't really know where I was going. And I got a clip of that. I posted this one on Twitter because I said, oh, I'll send it to you, and I did send it to her through Twitter. So here is that clip. I asked her if like, is it okay if I put this in? She's like, yeah, it's fine. So here is the clip of her kissing Rosie.
Rosie's got shy, you can tell she's not
I cheated.
It doesn't count in a different country. Why am I saying that's okay? Hold on, say that again.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Me too. Okay. Shall I go this way? It's okay.
Rosie, we started from the start. And there was another girl that got up and kissed Rose. I didn't get a clip of that, but I seen one on Twitter that was actually really good. Rose was just like, oh my god, you're a really good kisser. It's like, have you ever been told that before? And she's like, no. And she's like, well, you have not. There was also some people, there was one, somebody put in that said somebody was a wanker, which was funny. It was funny when Rose read that one out. And then I think the best thing happened. I got this on video. So there was a group of girls which titled themselves the lesbians at the back, and they were, oh my god, they were so funny. They came up on stage and they were like, okay, so we're gonna serenade, we're gonna do a song for you. And it was like in the tune of I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry. But it was I Live With a Girl, and oh my god, it was so good. Like their voices were amazing. The guitar was like better than you see me play guitar, a lot better. It was just such a catchy song. I couldn't record the whole thing, again, didn't want to get kicked out. But here is the short clip that I got of it, and I think in this clip, Rosie has her arm, like they're like all cuddling and they're all listening to the music. I'm like, oh, it's so cute.
I'll stay for free. At least I pay rent though, and she stole some toilet roll. Like the landlord doesn't hear this, or we'll have to go. I live with a girl and my girlfriend. We have sex all damn weekend.
Rosie this weekend?
But just before I end this little bit, I also got this really amazing picture of Rose and Dix. And I am so proud of my achievements. It's my new reaction picture. I'm going to be tweeting this on a regular basis. It is my favorite picture that I've ever taken in my entire life. But before the night was up, so basically you guys know if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I was like posting the photos of it, I was tweeting about it, and I tweeted saying this, that it was literally one of the best nights of my life. And look who replied! Miss Rosie herself. So not only did she take a selfie with me, she tweeted me too. So Rosie's my favourite. No, I don't have favourites, I love them both equally. They're like children, you can't pick between them. I also got a clip at the end, I'm not going to put it here, but they were all like, Dublin, you're amazing, and they did take a massive selfie at the end. I ran to get into it, but I didn't get into it, sadly. I'm very upset about that, but I tried. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I don't know how long it's going to be. I've taken like 5 clips of this. I literally just read through this notepad and just, you know, it was just like points and stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you're at the tour, I hope you had a great time. If you were there in Dublin that night, you will know how crazy and awesome and epic it was. It was the best night of my life, and I still can't believe it happened, and I can't believe it's over. I've never felt so accepted in a place in all my life. I've never felt like, you know, Rose and Rosie have just taught me in one night, just be myself, just be confident in Stevie, and I can pull it off. I can be me, and people will like me for me. I don't have to put on a facade. I don't have to do anything. People will like me for me, and I can do whatever I want. I can conquer this planet as me. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also show the subscribe button some love. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.